different.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it.
Yo, what is up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of SAT Sports with Marcus, yours truly. On the show today, we're going to be talking the defending World Series champions, the Houston Astros. But first, let me introduce to you my guests for today, representing H-Town from the 713. You can call him the H-Town General. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Jason. How you doing today, Jason?
Hey, what's good, Marcus? Thanks for inviting me on the show, man. I can't wait to talk Astros.
Exactly, man. I didn't think, it was going to be hard to find somebody to talk Astros that was outside of Louisiana, but then I was like, I'm pretty sure I was going to get some help, and I got some help. Shout out to Adam with the help, and he got me a hold of you, and we talked a bit for a couple days, and I'm like, let's get this ball rolling.
Yeah, man.
Ready
Let's
to
see what
rain.
you got, man. Yep. Yes, sir.
And not often it's like a late start, but hell, it's Memorial Day weekend. A lot of people are off for the break. Why not? Let's just do a late Friday night showdown, especially after they had a late night game. They just beat the Oakland A's. I think it was 5-2 was the final score. They kicked ass in there, and poor Oakland, you might as well move them to Vegas now.
Yeah, they are feeble.
Well, real quick, tell us a little about yourself, man. Like, you were born and raised in Houston, or you're like an all part-time Houstonian? Tell us about how you became an Astros fan.
Well, I was born and raised in Spring, Texas, which is like about a 40-minute drive outside of downtown Houston North.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been an Astros fan since like 2011, 2012 when they were still in the National League. But I really started watching like in 2014 when they were the Astros. There was tough years, but I stuck through it, and eventually we're 2 times World Series champs with lots of great memories.
Absolutely. Yeah, I went to my first Astros game, I think like in 1996 when they were still in the Astrodome. They still had the navy and gold, broken star logo. I saw Jeff Bagwell for the first time, and I was like hooked on ever since. And of how many times I've been there, it's like I've only been to maybe 2 or 3 games in there, and I've been to more rodeos in the Astrodome than Astro games.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, man. I would have wished I would do anything to watch the game at the Astrodome. I've never seen a game there at all.
It's they call it the 8th wonder of the world for a reason. It's like an unforgettable place and everything. What's up, Dylan? That's my co-host from World League Podcast. That's the guy I told you about, who's a Red Sox fan.
Dylan? You doing good, bro?
And he bashed me when they beat us on my birthday week. So yeah, that was when you were at Raw. Everything.
Yeah, I told you.
What's up, Jordan? That's my other co-host. That's the Astros fan right there.
Hey, stick to it, bro.
But we're gonna have to bring him to an Astros game. He's never been to one in his life, but we'll have to make it happen sometime soon. But man, I did live in Houston for a couple of years. You're probably familiar with the city. I lived in Rosenberg for 2 years.
Oh, Rosenberg, I've heard of it. Yeah.
I got family like in Missouri City and Sugar Land and Stafford, Texas, and Eagle Lake.
Motown. That's what's up, bro. Yeah, this is my town, bro. I know everything about this city. I know, I know most of the streets downtown. I can navigate everywhere. I know history, all of it. I love my city, bro.
I was a you could say a part-time Houstonian. I lived in Houston for a couple of years, so I was like, yeah, that's kind of my city too. I mainly rep. This is my number 1 team from Houston, but I also rep the Dynamo. I rep UH every so often, and hell, occasionally, I might root for the Texans whenever the Saints are not playing and whatnot. I've been to one Texans game when J.J. Watt was there, and we had Ryan Fitzpatrick as their quarterback. So, yeah, it was some darker times there too.
Yeah, well, man, I'm ride or die. Rockets, Astros, Texans, hell, even Dynamo. I don't really watch soccer, but if I'm talking soccer, I'll try my best. I'm kind of a noob, but I'm Dynamo.
Now, if you're talking college football, are you a UH Cougar, a Rice Owl, or do you rep one of them bigger Texas schools like the Longhorns, Aggies, Red Raiders, Baylor Bears, TCU?
Honestly, man, I don't watch college, so I either root for both of my teams, either Rice or U of H. Hell, even though Sam Houston too.
Yeah, that's down there in Huntsville, Texas. So
Yeah,
yeah. I like UH, especially since they joined the Big 12. It's going to be difficult if them and LSU ever cross paths. I'd have to go with LSU first because, that's how I was raised with that. But, I always got a little love for UH. I like the Cougars, everything. I've been in their basketball arena. I've been in their football stadium. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's a good campus. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so, you've been watching them for about, you said since 2011, so about 12 years now you've been watching Astros. Do you have an all-time favorite Astro?
This is kind of a controversial take. I would say Craig Biggio, but I would say Altuve is gaining up on him though, because Altuve still needs the 3,000 hits. Biggio has the 3,000 hits. Altuve is a 2-time World Series champ.
Yeah. See, Bagwell was my guy. But I've seen it. Oh, I was big on him. That's who got my love into this ball club. I mean, I also love Craig Biggio too, and Lance Berkman, the Killer Bees.
Killer Bees, yeah.
So I actually have met Lance Berkman once. He used to be a baseball coach. He coached. They used to be called Houston Baptist. Now they're called Houston Christian.
I've actually never heard of that. Really?
Yeah, he was a coach. I don't know if he's still with them anymore, but I know like the last season or 2 seasons ago, he was the head baseball coach for the Huskies down there.
That's cool, bro.
Hell yeah. So do you have I guess you kind of named most of them, but give me like your top 5 favorite current Astros. I mean, it could be on the current roster today. It could have been on the 2017 championship team, the 2019 team that should have won it. Or former Astros that are no longer with us. Give me like your all-time top 5 currently.
Wow. Well, that's. Let me see. Like, do you want me to do on the team or like just? I'm just gonna do of all time. My top 5.
Yeah, might as well do it like that. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go with Jose Cruz. Even though I don't really know him too well, I've never really seen him play too much because he's way before my time, probably your time too. But just from what I've heard about him, he seems really legit. And then I'd probably have to go Jeff Bagwell, Craig Biggio.
There you go.
Altuve.
All right. What about if you could throw a few extra names from like today's roster, who would you like to throw in?
Today's roster. Yeah, it's like really. It's like picking like favorite kids right here. Yeah, I am a really huge fan of Mauricio Dubon though. He has stepped up big time.
That's good.
When Altuve went down in that WBC, and Mauricio had to fill the void, he overwent expectations. And the dude is probably going to be an all-star if Baker keeps playing him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, who doesn't love Jose Altuve? I would probably put him that high as my number 1 currently, but it's always a dilemma with like him and Alex Bregman because, Alex Bregman played for LSU and, I'm a big LSU guy. I'm from Louisiana, even though he's from New Mexico. So, yeah, I have to definitely throw him in there. Let's see. Currently still today, what you got?
Nolan Ryan. How can I forget Nolan Ryan? He's top.
Oh, man.
That completes it.
He's just a straight-up Texas legend, a big corn-fed boy from Alvin, Texas, about 45 miles away from you. Yep. So, yeah, he made a career as an Astro and a Ranger, and I think he got his jersey retired with both teams. I know he for sure got it retired with the Astros.
His is up in Minute Maid, yes.
Sadly, I wasn't in this world when he was an Astro, so I've only lived to see him play as a Ranger. And of all days, it was on my birthday when he got in that fist fight. Remember when he threw that bad pitch and that boy charged at him and then he caught him like in a headlock and just beat the hell out of him and he had a busted nose. It happened on my birthday in 1993, so I think I just turned 4 or 5 that day. 4 years old when that happened, and probably wasn't watching it at the time, but it always pops up on Facebook in my history. Like, on this day in 1993, Nolan Ryan beat the shit out of this guy. And I'm like,
Yeah, it's like the MLB archives like page. They post that kind of stuff. I see it too.
Speaking of Nolan Ryan, have you ever tried the Nolan Ryan beef?
I have actually never tried it, but it is. I don't know if it's still there, but there's a big advertisement for it on the left field train.
They have them like if you ever get a chance to go like in the clubs, like especially the Honda Club, they got like all that. They got a little section that sells Nolan Ryan beef. Hell, when you even can make your nachos, you can put Nolan Ryan beef on your nachos. And let me tell you, that's the best nachos I've ever ate in a ballpark. I stacked and loaded them up. That was probably the best $22 I ever spent, and it was on nachos.
That's cool.
Let's see. I gotta probably throw to me. This guy's the Jackie Robinson of today, Yordan Alvarez.
Dude is a stud, and I'll tell you, I have friends that are fans of other team, and they text me saying, "Oh man, I'm freaking scared of Yordan Alvarez." They fear him. I mean, pitchers fear him, and like he doesn't care. Righties, lefties, the pitchers fear him.
Oh yeah, man. I'll tell you. I mean, while I think of two more, I'll kind of acknowledge, some former Astro players that are no longer with us. I'll throw in guys, maybe like Justin Verlander, Carlos Correa, George Springer was a big guy for me, and it was sad he went to the Blue Jays and he was gone.
Yeah.
Let's see. Currently today, I also love, I love Jake Myers.
He stepped up big time, yeah. McCormick, those two are like.
Jeremy Pena kind of stepped up. Framber Valdez stepped up. Christian Javier, Chas McCormick, hell, even Ryan Presley. But I also love Martin Maldonado. Probably the best catcher I've ever seen as of now.
Yeah, him and Yainer Diaz are both really good.
And Alumnus, well, I don't think he's with us no more. Alumnus Diaz, I loved him.
He's on the A's now.
So he played against his former team today.
He's on the A's, yes.
What's crazy, he didn't play today. Like I didn't really hear his name get called. I don't know if he's injured or. I
was actually at the game last Sunday at Minute Maid, and he did play. He was in the lineup.
Okay, so you do play. Yeah. I don't really do fantasy baseball, but I know some people that play it, and they're like, "You should give it a try." And I'm like, I don't know. It's already hard enough to play fantasy football and whatnot. So, I mean, since you've been a fan since 2011, tell me some like memorable games you've attended. Like, if last I checked, you attended the World Series last year.
That's correct. Yeah, yes, I did. It was game one. It was the loss. They lost that one.
Ooh.
Yeah, they actually blew a lead.
When I heard you were there, I was like, I wonder if he went to Game 6.
No, I didn't go to Game 6, but I did go to the game. What was it? Game 5? Yes, I went to the Game 5 watch party.
You went to watch party? Hell yeah!
Yeah.
So
electric, absolutely electric.
Do you remember what section you sat in?
For which one? The watch party or the?
For Game 1.
Oh, Game 1, I was nosebleed. It was like 407. It was like down the third baseline by the foul pole.
Not bad. How much you paid for that?
At least like over $500. It was like $520, I think.
That's not bad. That doesn't sound bad for a World Series ticket in the nosebleed. But let me tell you something. One of my best friends, him and his wife, they did it twice. They went to a World Series game in 2019. They went to game 2 and they lost. Because remember, Astros lost every game at home and won every game in DC.
Yep.
That's why I said they should have did. That's why I said they should have did Game 7 in DC. They would have won and would have been 3-time champs.
Yeah, I know.
Because they said the 2019 Astros team was the greatest Astros team ever to not win a World Series, and I agree.
Yeah, I agree too.
It was kind of a steal for us, but him and his wife went to Game 2 of the 2019 World Series, and he told me where they sat. It was $900 a ticket.
Where was it? Was it upstairs, downstairs?
They were somewhere. They were damn near like between first baseline and right field in the 100 level.
Oh wow. It was only 900. That's pretty for a World Series.
100 or 200 level. It had to have been around the 100 or 200 level, he said. And they also went to a ALCS game against the Yankees, but they went to one of them that they won, like one of the early games. And I think he said he paid the same amount he paid for just one World Series ticket for two. Like he paid about $900 for two tickets. But those games, they sat somewhere like they sat behind home plate, but they sat like in the 300s for that one.
That's pretty good.
And then him and his wife went to, it was either game one or game two, like whichever, like it might have been game one because everyone they went to, they lost. I'm like, don't go back to the World Series. You're kind of a bad luck.
Yeah.
So it might have been game one that that they lost.
I don't know, man. That was one strange World Series. I don't like how they won everything in DC and lost everything in Houston.
I gotta say though, game 6 when they won, where were you and how were you celebrating?
I was at home. It was just me and my family. Right after they won, I went to Academy.
You went straight to Academy and got the gear.
Yep.
Okay. Compared to when they won their first in 2017, what did you remember from that night?
Oh man, that one wasn't good. I actually had basketball practice that night. Yeah, I missed everything. I was a little pissed.
Well, we kind of went down that same boat a little bit. See, when they won their first one, I was watching it out of walk-ons. I was watching Game 7. I actually had this jersey on and this hat, and I was drinking a tall one. Yeah. And I caught most of the game there. And when I got home, I caught the last 2 innings. And I remember recording the last play where they threw it at first and then they won the World Series and did the huddle for the first time. And I had it recorded on my Snapchat and I started drinking on a work night. And luckily the next day we had a rain out and we got to leave early. I went straight to Academy and bought my 2017 gear. I still have everything, shirts, the hat. Oh, I don't have the hats. I got the shirts, a couple license plates and whatnot. Now, unfortunately, this game 6 that they won the whole thing, I didn't watch a single play of that game because I was sitting right next to the band for the LSU Alabama game when Alabama when LSU beat Alabama in overtime. I went rush the field with 100,000 people, and just 12 minutes after we beat Alabama, I get a phone call. The Astros won the World Series. I'm like, my God.
Bro, that's a W night for you, bro. I'm sure you were having the time of your life.
November 5th, 2022 was the greatest night of my life. We beat Alabama on Brian Kelly's first year, and we won our second World Series.
Bro, that is a W night for you. That was a sick-ass night.
I wish I could post my reaction video. I did, but I didn't load it on here. You'd have to see it on my Instagram. Like, I was hoarse. I was banging on the hood of my truck. And I hollered like a wolf. Because I used to be called the Night Wolf on another podcast. I howled like a wolf.
Dude, after the Astros won the World Series, I'm talking about this one, I was crying. I was like saying, like, let's go. I was saying my city won, my town won. I got really emotional.
I shockingly have never gotten emotional. I was just like, I don't get emotional when my teams win championships. I'm just like, hell yeah, fuck yeah, let's go. Like just jumping and drinking alcohol out the ass. Like I've never ever broke down. Not even when our high school team won state championship 2 years ago. I never broke down or anything like that. I was just like screaming and jumping for joy.
Yeah,
that's just how I am.
I want to need my Rockets to win a championship. They haven't won since 94, 95. I wasn't alive to see that.
Yeah, when y'all had Akeem Olajuwon and Dikembe Mutombo and all them.
Yeah. I got to see that. We were close in 2018 in the Western Conference Finals in Game 7. Just missed 21 straight three-pointers. Bro, I was sad. I was crying.
I'll never forget. Upset. I'll never forget that. I thought that was the one chance Golden State was going to get knocked out because I was actually rooting for Houston. And that was when they still had James Harden, and I had a James Harden jersey shirt on. I was rooting for the Rockets.
Yeah, they blew it. I was so upset. I still get upset talking about it till this day.
And then, like, the tables have turned in the last 6 years. They were one of the worst teams in the NBA recently.
And they still are. It's unless we get a free agent, because the draft has proven not to work. Although there's a lot of promise in Jalen Green and like Jabari Smith and Alperen Şengün and all those guys, but it's gonna take a while.
Mm-hmm. So, any other memorable games outside of that World Series matchup you've been to?
I mean, I've been to a bunch of regular season games. Lots of wins, also lots of losses. Nothing special. I've seen a few grand slams. But I mean, if I really had to think about it, I did witness last Sunday Frommer's complete game shutout.
What?
Against the A's. He had a complete game shutout.
Nice. I'll tell you what though, shit. I've been to quite a bit of games, but I'll tell you probably the most memorable game I went to recently. Last summer, I've always wanted to go to a Friday night firework game, and I finally got to do that. Even though the roof was closed, they did open it after the game was over. But also that same night, I finally got to see them play in them orange jerseys because I love the orange jerseys. I watched them play the Chicago White Sox last June, and that was the game where they like decimated the hell out of them. They had 10 runs in the 6th inning, and I got to finally see a grand slam. I think it was Alumnus Diaz or Kyle Tucker that hit that grand slam.
Yes, I remember. I think it was like right by the home run pump he hit it.
Yeah, like I've seen like over the years, I've seen like Alex Bregman or Yuli Gurriel or Jose Altuve hit it out the park, but like I saw like Diaz, Brantley, Alvarez, Bregman, and Kyle Tucker all hit home runs out the park, and I'm like, fuck, holy shit.
Yeah.
Greatest game ever. And on top of that, I got to see the fireworks, and Orbit was the DJ that night. Unforgettable. Orbit. I love Orbit too. He reminds me of a Muppet.
A little bit, yeah. Well, that guy from like Sesame Street. I don't know his name.
Yeah.
But,
no, I mean, any other game too?
Well, man, it's kind of hard to pick out Astros games because I've actually, believe it or not, been to more Rockets games that have Astros. But trust me, I go to Astros games though every season.
Yeah.
The thing is, Astros games are really expensive. Rockets games are cheap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, another, I guess you could say, a memorable game I went to. Like I've watched them play. I watched them play the Angels a few times.
Was Shohei pitching?
No, he didn't pitch. That last game I went to, he didn't pitch, but I did get to see him at bat. Like I got to see Mike Trout and Ohtani play. You can't get no better than that.
Well, I actually do have not a memorable. It was actually a pretty downhill story. So last season, I went to the debut of the Space City Connect jerseys. It was a disaster. Jake Odorizzi was on the mound, and he kept walking everyone. The first inning, walk, hit, base hit. And the score of the first inning was 6-0 Astros. And then the rest of that game, Astros only had like 3 hits.
Yeah.
And the final score was 6-0. I don't know if you remember that game, but it was awful. It was horrible.
I remember watching that game. I was probably drunk, and I was like screaming at the TV at the time. But speaking of them, have you ever go to watch their minor league teams like the Space Cowboys, or even took the trip to Corpus and watch them play the Hooks?
I've been to Constellation Field once, but I've never been to a Space Cowboys game. It was like when they first introduced themselves as the Space Cowboys, when the Skeeters, remember the Sugarland Skeeters?
Mm-hmm.
When they like did the whole rebranding thing, I went to like that party to introduce themselves. Like I saw like the mascot Orion and stuff like that. Saw some of the players, so it was nice. I got a couple of gear.
I went to the field twice. The very first time I went, it was just open to the public, and I got to see it in person. And I was like, I'll be back here in 2 or 3 days to watch a game. And I bought my gear early. I still got the hat and the shirt, whatnot. When I was on vacation last summer, I did make the trip to Corpus. I got to see a Hooks game. I went to Whataburger Field finally. Even though Corpus,
I really want to go there.
It's not bad. I mean, it's just the environment in Corpus is like complete shit. Like Corpus looks like a junkyard right now with all the construction going on. That new bridge they're building, that big ass bridge they're building. Yes, big bridge they're building, and then they're redoing some of the roads on the interstate. I went to I did like a little baseball vacation type thing. Like I went to 3 games in 3 days. Like I went to Astros game night 1 when they lost to the Red Sox on Monday night. You were at Raw that night, you said. The Space City night. So I wore my Space City jersey. Night 2, I drove to Corpus, went to the beach, went to the USS Lexington. Then I went to a Hooks game and watched them play, I think a team from El Paso or something, and they beat them.
No, that's AAA.
They beat them pretty bad. And then the final night, the night before my birthday, I drove back to Sugar Land, went to see some family, and I got to watch them play Round Rock, the Express. They lost that game, but I'll tell you, Constellation Field's probably the most beautiful minor league baseball park I've ever seen. What's another ball? Name another minor league ballpark that has a splash pad, a tiki bar, and a swimming pool.
Yeah. It's really cool. Even though I've only been there once, it's really cool.
I'll tell you what.
I need to catch a game there.
If I could have reversed the nights of going, I would have. But the night I went to the Hooks game, that was the night Lance McCullers pitched against Dallas Keuchel, and I was so pissed I wasn't there.
Oh, the Sugar Land game?
Yes, when they played Round Rock, when Dallas Keuchel was pitching for the Express, and that was before Lance McCullers got called back up.
I think Dallas Keuchel is no longer in the league. I don't think he's a free agent anymore. I think he might have hooked up his. I think he's done. He's retired, but I'm not sure. Is he?
I think so, but I know like. Also, when I was at that Sucks game, I finally got to see Trey Mancini the short time we had him. Like, we signed him back in June, and then he was with the team for like 6 months, and then he wins a championship. Now he's no longer with them. That was a big loss.
Yeah.
And then, like Abreu, I know we picked him up from the White Sox, but I don't. Everybody's like downing him.
Yeah, I'm one of those people, to be honest. But I'm not a huge doubter on him, but he's got to get it going, man. I miss Yuli. It's almost like the White Sox knew something that everyone else didn't about him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, I've been on a good stretch of, like, who pitched on what not. Luckily, like, on my 30th birthday, I went and watched the Astros on my 30th birthday, and it was a JV day, so I got to see Justin Verlander pitch on my birthday. I've seen Framber Valdez pitch. I've seen Zach Greinke when we still had him. I've seen Garrett Cole before he went to the Yankees. I've seen Hunter Brown. Last game I went to, he pitched. And I've also seen Jose Urquidy pitch and Christian Javier.
Oh, so you've seen like most of the rotation. I've yet to see Hunter Brown pitch. I need to hopefully catch a game when he pitches. And I got tickets about like 3 weeks from now when they play the Mets. I'm going to 2 out of the 3 games there.
I've also seen Dallas Keuchel pitch back in 2017. Like, I went to their last home game of the regular season before they went to the postseason. It was a primetime Sunday night against the Angels, and that's when they lost. They lost the game, but Dallas Keuchel pitched. So I got to see. He definitely didn't throw a shutout. Like, he did all right, but I did see Bregman hit it out the park next to the pump, so it was pretty cool.
Breggy bomb.
Yeah, Breggy bomb indeed. But let's talk about, you said you're currently wearing one right now. Let's talk about some of your all-time favorite giveaways, like of certain games you've been to, and they kind of have they kind of have this thing now, like currently this season, since they're the defending champs, if you go to a Wednesday night home game, you'll get a replica ring of a certain player. Like they post it like every month. There's some weekends, usually it's a Friday game or sometimes a Saturday game, you'll get a certain bobblehead. They do jersey giveaways. Like, tell me a little bit about some of your giveaways you were able to collect, like that jersey you got on right there.
Yeah, I was about to say, well, this one is a giveaway I got. This is an Alex Bregman Colt 45 jersey. I got this when they played the Toronto Blue Jays last year. I think it was like game 1 of the series. It was a Friday night fireworks game, and they lost the game 5-4. And JV was on the mound pitching, and they blew it in the late innings.
Damn. See, last game I went to was a jersey giveaway. And it was crazy. I figured, if it's a Framber Valdez jersey giveaway, he should have pitched, but that night Hunter Brown was on the mound, and I'm like, that's so awkward. But it's the rainbow jerseys, the navy with the stripe. Yeah. That's one of my favorites too.
Yeah, did you know every time Framber Valdez starts, they wear that jersey. He wants everyone to wear that jersey. I don't know if you noticed that.
Not really, but I've always they call it like the blast off jersey because of how the colors look on the side.
Yeah,
It's like a
right
rocket
here.
blasting
Yeah.
off.
The
When I did,
Tequila Sunrise jerseys.
yeah, like that's one of my giveaways there. I got quite a bit of them right here. I don't know if you can see, like, anytime it's a ring giveaway, I try to go. Like, there's a couple of them boxes right here. This was Craig Biggio's 05 replica ring giveaway.
NLCS.
I didn't get to go to the one for the Jeff Bagwell ring giveaway against the A's, but I got to go to this one against the Detroit Tigers. This was.
I'm actually curious. What year was that? The NLCS ring giveaway.
The 05. They won that pennant in 05, but it was a National League pennant.
Yeah.
That 05 was their first trip to the World Series ever, but they got swept. They got swept by the White Sox. That was a sad day, sad time.
Yes.
This one actually wasn't a giveaway. I actually ordered this one online. It's like more realistic. It's a replica, but it looks super real. This one is Jose Altuve's. But I like these cases. Like, I found these cases online.
Yeah, I was about to say, where'd you get that? And how much was it?
I paid $25 a case, but to be honest, I don't remember the website. I wish I did because I'd ordered 3 more.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you find out on the website, send it through because I would love to purchase that.
Absolutely. And see, they even had for the old school one too.
Oh wow, yeah, this got like the logo with the Texas on it.
But like that blue one, they've have them in orange and that gray, like the jersey I wanted to buy for like the 29 replica ring I got in this jewelry box in the 2021 one. No, I went to the games for these. This was actually, I ordered this one online too on that same website. This is the 2019 one. It's Jose's. I got this one at a game. I got this at the Red Sox game that I went to. This is Alex Bregman's.
You've got a lot of rings there.
No, I got.
Yeah, I got a Jose Altuve ALCS ring from last year.
No, I don't know if it's the Mets game you're going to, but in the middle of June, if you go to the Wednesday game,
Alex Bregman.
That's the one I want to get. Yeah. I might have to order it online. Let's see. I went the inaugural.
Actually, I'm going. My cousin from New York is flying down to watch the games with me and my dad, and he's probably not going to want his ring. So if you want it, I will send it your way.
Oh God, hell yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, bro. Just let me know.
I went to the inaugural Hall of Fame weekend in 2019. That was for my 30th birthday. I didn't get to go to the first game where they had the old school Nolan Ryan jersey giveaway, but I went to the other 2 and I got the Hall of Fame plaque and I got the Hall of Fame jacket statue.
I have the Hall of Fame jacket statue. I don't have the plaque.
This was I went to the 2021 home opener against the Oakland A's, and this was the giveaway, the 2019 ALCS trophy.
Yeah.
So I got that. This was that Angels game I went to against Ohtani. This was when Garrett Cole was still on the team, and they had a Garrett Cole bobblehead giveaway. I kept it, even though he's a Yankee now. Okay, this one, I got a good story about this one right here. But have you ever heard of an Astros podcast called Locked On Astros?
Of course, Brett. Yeah.
H-Town Wheelhouse and Eric
Wheelhouse, yes.
If you remember, they did a drawing for the 2019 Jose Altuve MVP bobblehead, and I was the guy that won it.
For real?
I got the video on my Instagram too.
I've only won like one giveaway ever from my Twitter. It was a Lance McCullers bobblehead.
Anything else Astros I got? Like, I don't know if you ever saw it, but like on Fanatics, they always have those like membership boxes. Like you pay like a certain fee a month, and they send you like a crate with like different Astros shit. They sent me like this mini Jose Altuve bobblehead.
Oh wow, that's
I
pretty
kept
cool.
that. And then this right here, I served in a wedding. My best friend, I told you that I went to the World Series. He got us these shot glasses for all the groomsmen. It's a baseball bat.
Oh wow, that's cool.
It's from Knob Shots. Like he got them made from Knob Shots.
Well,
right there.
I mean, I would like to show you all my like Astros bobbleheads and stuff, but it's like all the way over there. I don't know if you want me to like, go and bring the camera and show you, but
I only got 2 more things to show you before we move on. Okay. This ain't nothing special yet. Like when I went on my vacation, I went and bought like an official like MLB baseball, and I haven't got it signed yet. I'm hoping to one day go like to a game early where they're having batting practice and shit. And I'm like over there and I just have it ready for them to sign. So I got the case for it and everything. When I get a chance, I'm going to get them to sign it. And then this antique right here, when I went to my first Astros game, I got Astros baseball signed by Don Wall, former pitcher. This thing's like over 25 years old.
Oh, you gotta preserve that good, man.
You can tell it's old. Like I found it when I was going through my stuff in storage, and I'm like, holy shit, I was looking for my Skip Bertman baseball, and I'm like, I found the Don Wall one.
Pretty cool.
Oh, I need some more stuff coming. Like, I like to go to the games where they give giveaways. I don't like to go with nothing.
Yep. Me and you both, bro.
So I'm gonna kind of turn the tables here a little bit. I mean, I gotta ask this from somebody who is from Houston, and you know, even down here, like being a fan, I still get talked to this day. Even though a lot of people are over it, some people are not. People still got to bring up the cheating scandal to me. What do you tell them when they want to bring shit up like that? Like, oh, y'all bunch of cheaters. Y'all can't win without trash cans and everything.
Oh, this is what I tell these people, bro. This is what I say. First of all, all 30 teams have been cheating for hundreds of years. Hundreds of years. Since like the game started, probably. They've been doing this forever. And it's just up until now, the Astros got caught in 2020. But they were just really stupid with the trash can banging, I'll admit. They were really stupid with the sign stealing and all that stuff. But what they don't understand is they've been doing it too. All of them.
Everybody cheats. Look at the Yankees.
I was getting into that. The Yankees and Red Sox are the second and third biggest cheaters after the Astros. Big time. Because freaking Red Sox, I think their World Series were after the Astros in 2018. They were using like I don't know what it was, like AirPods. No, not AirPods. Why did I say AirPods? Apple Watches or something. I don't know what it was, but they were using like technology.
The Dodgers were cheating in 2020 with the lights.
Yes, and I'm sure right now, you know how they got the pitch comm and stuff like that. I'm sure right now this season they're trying to find a way to like intercept it or something like that to like get through the pitch comm and somehow still cheat.
Yep.
And the Yankees are the biggest steroid users ever.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even want to know I wouldn't even know where to start with that.
Me neither. I have so much to say about that. So it's just like when I see, like every time I see like a Mariners fan since I was in Seattle and these Yankees fans saying, cheater, cheater, I look at them and be like, y'all cheated too at some point or another, especially the Yankees fans.
You got to be careful in today's society when it comes to shit like that, because I've seen countless videos of like, it could be a Yankees fan or Dodgers fan, hell, even a Phillies fan, like just bring up cheater and they got their ass jumped by a bunch of Houstonians.
Yeah, that's exactly. I mean, those two fan bases you just mentioned, the Yankees Phillies, are known for being like notoriously mean. But Astros fans, if you provoke them too much, we'll be just as rude.
Yeah. But I think
that guy in the car, I don't know who that was.
That was my co-host Dylan.
Spot on. Everyone cheats. Astros just did it horribly. Exactly. Yeah.
And we're probably the only franchise to admit we did it and apologize, but it just dig another hole deeper for haters. Because no other team will ever admit that they cheat. They like, especially the Yankees and the Dodgers.
Yep.
So yeah, like I even loved. You probably saw it on Twitter. I'll never forget. I'm pretty sure it was all over the news, or they might have taken it off. I remember that there was one girl that went to a Astros fan, a black guy, and she was like bringing up the whole cheat scandal. She's like, well, you know, for the last few years they've been talking about the Astros cheating. How do y'all feel now that y'all won this on y'all own? And what's your message to those ones? He's like, fuck y'all.
I love that guy so much, bro. He's like, fuck y'all.
Tell you what, I love Mattress Mac. I gotta meet him one day.
I love Mattress Mac too, bro. I've been to his shop, Mattress Firm.
Yeah, I've seen it. I just never been inside it.
It's nice. I've never seen him or met him before. I wish I could, bro. That dude's like the mayor of Houston, literally.
Yeah, but he occasionally roots for Dallas. Like he put like a big bet on the Cowboys during the regular season.
And also like he does like bets. Like I think it was like the Final Four. He does like for any Texas team that gets in the Final Four. Like
he put like what $4 million on TCU before they got decimated by Georgia in the national championship game.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. But he's pretty loyal.
He comes to my neck of the woods a lot, like because there's no gambling in Texas, so everybody comes to the Golden Nugget or LaBerge and Lake Charles. And he goes to that new sports bar they built. It's a Barstool sports bar they built in the casino. It's like freaking absolutely amazing. Like I'm surprised I've never lost any money over there, but I'm not a big gambling person.
Yeah, I'm not a gambling person yet either.
Did you get any gold gear after the second World Series?
Of course, man. Well, I got this. Here, let me.
I have not yet gotten any gold gear, by the way. But yeah, I like that.
You want Houston?
I really want a hat. I want the hat, but I feel like the hat gives them bad luck. I feel like the hat gives them bad luck.
Here, I'm gonna go get the hat. I want to show y'all.
Go ahead and grab it. I know that thing's like $45. I think it was like $45 in the team store.
And yes, I keep the stickers on, but here's the hat.
Oh no, I take them stickers off. See, I want a gold hat. I want a gold shirt. Like I want one of them Navy shirts that's got the star in gold, but I also want one of them jerseys. But I would get mine custom made. I'd put my name on it and put that 2022 in the back because that's the year they won it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll never forget that opening day they lost to the White Sox like that. I wanted to go to that game, but I didn't think. I kind of was glad I didn't go. Because I'd have been home mad.
Okay, that was a very unique. I didn't go to opening day. I was just watching it at home. Yeah, that was it was kind of a weird opening day. They were winning.
Yeah. The only thing I have that's gold is them Crawford Bach Championship Edition cans.
I see that at grocery stores everywhere.
I'm glad I got mine, because I drink Crawford Bach, especially during baseball season. I like to drink them when I'm watching them at home to feel like I'm at the ballpark.
Yeah.
And when I go to Astro games, that's all I drink. If I'm not at Eighth Wonder Brewery, drinking a Dome and Foam.
Wish I knew.
I'll tell you one thing too, like when it comes to stuff like that, like you ever heard of the race for the Dome 5K from the Astrodome Conservancy?
No, I have not actually.
I've actually done that the 3 consecutive years they've done it, and like you can't see it because I got a PC monitor right here, but I got the medals hanging up here, and I got a couple other Astro stuff hanging above this AC unit right here. Can't see it, but everything. But like whenever you went to game 1, how were those Philly fans? Because Philly is very desperate and passionate with their teams, and they can be a bunch of dicks, especially if they're Eagles fans.
Well, I saw. I don't know if you use TikTok, but this one guy. His name goes by the Philly Sports Guy. He's the guy that like wears space paint for each team he roots for. Have you heard of him?
No, I haven't.
Well, he's kind of big on TikTok. I saw him. He's actually pretty cool. He's actually nice. I met him. He was cool. I got a picture with him, so that was nice. But other than that, there was still like a handful of Phillies fans, and they were assholes. They were still assholes at Minute Maid. They don't care where they are.
Hell, why did I click on this again? Hell, even Mattress Mac even let them know, like that video is like, fuck you, asshole.
Fuck you, asshole. Fuck you. That was so funny. And I see like people using that like on a compilation of like Astros highlights before they play it.
So
that's
the week before the season started, did you get your gold gear at the Union Station team store where they had the throne and everything?
I was actually making fun of people for going there because I got on online. I literally just got like at midnight when it dropped online on the MLB shop. It like shipped like 5 days later. It came to my front door.
I wanted to go so bad just to take a picture on the throne with the 2 trophies.
Well, that I kind of wish I did do though, but it was late. I had like work in school the next day, so I couldn't go.
And I still, even from 2017, I still never got to go to one of them tours because they brought the first year they won it, they brought the trophy to Lake Charles 4 different times, and I never got to go take a picture with the trophy, and it hurt me to death not doing that.
I have a picture with this year's trophy. I never had one in 2017, but I got this year's trophy.
And another time, I don't remember what I had going on, but they did come down the area to a little suburb town outside of Lake Charles where they had the trophy and you could have did a meet and greet with Alex Bregman. And I'm like, God damn it. Every time. Yeah. I'm so pissed off that I didn't get to do it.
I'm surprised him and surprised Bregman and the trophy weren't out like LSU at his school.
Oh, now see, if it was LSU championships, I would have done it. Oh, I've taken pictures with the national title, all that good shit. Like I did all that too. But I can't do it with the Astros. I just don't know why. I have the worst luck with that. I have to ask this too, though. I've been in it one time, but next time I'm going to have to go back and get gear there because they got the old school shit. Did you go to the new team store that's in the outfield?
Oh, yeah. I love it. It's really cool, really clean. It's huge. It's got like it's got like a Jumbotron in the middle with like the score and stuff. It's really cool.
Because I want to get some old school, like broken, like I want a broken star hat, like the maroon one that back when them wore in the 2000s.
I have several of those hats.
I only like the only current hats I have today. Like I have an on-field one of this. This is just a regular new era edition one. I have their spring training one. I think from like 2021, where the logo's like red, orange, and yellow. Like it just shifts the colors.
Yeah.
That's like the only Astro ones I have now. Yeah. I want to get the gold hat next too.
You should get it, man.
I'll tell you what, since you know you like your rappers and all that, did you ever buy one of like Bun B's like $100 Astro
Yes,
hat?
I did. Yes, I did. I'll show it right now.
Which one you got? Because I know he had 3 of them.
I got the Trilogy one. I made some adjustments to it too.
That one was like $300 or $400 hat.
I got it for $120.
Damn, you must have pulled some strings.
I got it at Minute Maid too. I got it at the game. All right. Well, this is
okay. Yeah, you got that. I was thinking of the black one.
It is the adjustments I made.
Okay, I like that. Yeah. I wanted the one with the A on the front.
Oh, it was kind of like a flashing A. It's kind of like a dash, kind of like.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, though that's a sick hat too.
That's the one I wanted, but I didn't get it because first it was a snapback. I don't wear snapbacks, and it was an $85 hat. And I'm like, hell no, it's way too much.
Well, I had to get it because Bun B is one of my favorite rappers.
So I love Bun B.
Yeah, me too.
Have you ever ate his Trill Burgers? If you ever been to a Dynamo game?
No, I've never eaten at a Dynamo game, but he had a stand at the watch party of the World Series. It said Trill Burgers. I ate like 2 of them.
So you paid like $40 for 2 burgers, or they were kind of giveaway. See, when we went to that Dynamo game, we were going to try it, but it was too expensive. And when I decided to go at the last minute, they stopped serving them after halftime of the soccer matches, and I'm like, damn it. But if I ever go to another Dynamo game, I'm definitely gonna pay like the $21 for the Trill Burger and the fries, because I like Bun B too. I like UGK. I've seen Pimp C's Grave.
I think Bun B sells Trill Burger. I think he has an actual restaurant in Montrose.
Okay.
Yeah, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure if it's Montrose or if it's Houston Heights. I forgot.
And you know, he always like performs at one of them like kickoff parties and whatnot. Why am I doing this again?
You're good. You're good, bro. You're good.
Acting up. But I tell you what, speaking of Bun B, like I said, I can't tell you how many times I've like heard about him opening up for like a pregame party before a game. Same thing with Paul Wall, and I love Paul Wall too.
Oh, Paul Wall is good. Slim Thug. I miss rest in peace, DJ Screw. That was my guy.
Oh, I like I think it was Big Mello. They sang Funk with Your Mind.
Yeah.
I like him, and I like Big Mo too.
Big Mo, he's good.
And I like Fat Pat. Who don't love Fat Pat?
That Pat, oh man, that's my guy right there, man.
See, before, like when they like 2005, I was listening to a lot of Swisher House. Mike Jones and all them. Like I had his album. Who is Mike Jones?
Those guys are the goats.
It's when I first heard of Bun B. Like, I heard Big Pimpin' with Jay-Z and everything. I also heard him did Gimme That with Webby because Webby's from Louisiana. I'm going to tell you what. When I heard Draped Up, I am ripping H-Town the whole way. Dylan's messing with me right now. He's like, Marcus, do you know how to use StreamYard? You showed my comment 3. It's like every time my screen goes black, but you won't see my screen go away, I hit enter to get the screen to pop back up, and then your comment pops up every time. I was just saying my PC's acting up right now.
Yeah.
So, anything else you want to share before we close out?
Oh man, well, let's talk about the Astros right now, like how they're doing, the current state of the Astros.
Well, they had an edgy start at the season. Like they were not playing like defending champs, and then with a couple of injuries and whatnot, and then we got Jose Altuve back, so we're kind of picking up.
I tell you, the most stressful thing is right now, as an Astros fan, keeping up with Michael Brantley. Like, what the hell? They say, oh, he's making a return. He's back with AAA Sugarland. Oh, now they say, oh, he's injured, but it's not a setback. And oh, it's a setback. He could be gone until after the All-Star break. Like, what the hell? I can't get a clear answer with Michael Brantley. Like, what's going on?
I know.
It's stressful.
I feel like if Jose Altuve wasn't hurt before the season started, would have had a hot start.
Yeah, I agree too, because he is right back on track, like he never left.
Yeah, but like Michael Brantley, I think is out for the rest of the season. Like,
yeah, but why can't they just announce that? Why do they got to make it complicated, saying, "Oh, it's not a setback. We'll give you an answer when the time comes."
And Framber Valdez was injured at one point too, but I think he's back now, or he's fixing to come back. He comes back tomorrow.
And Chas McCormick, remember he was injured for like 2 weeks because we thought it was something wrong with his eye, but it was really his back because he pulled something while lifting.
Yeah, but I felt like if Jose wasn't hurt at the start of the season, we probably would have beat the White Sox opening day and we'd have had a hot start.
Yeah, you always want to get that win on opening day. I don't know. There's just nothing more satisfying than winning the first game out of 162. But that's just me speaking.
Yeah, like they'd have proved like they could have a chance to go back to back, but the way their season started, it don't look like they're going to go back to back. They're playing a lot better now. It's just so weird seeing like the Rangers be the number one team in the division right now. Yeah. And then you got a team like the Tampa Bay Rays who's like got the best record in MLB right now. And
but
they
still pays on my 2 cents. Everyone.
And still can't even fill out their own ballpark because it's falling apart.
Yeah, but and then you get a team like the New York Mets who spend like trillions of dollars on their players, but are like a 500 team right now, struggling in the NL East.
The fact that Justin Verlander got hurt before opening day and he was out for like what 3
Dude,
weeks?
He was fixing to start on opening day,
and he gets hurt. And
yeah,
he was out for 3 weeks, and then they start crying. I'm like, well, that's Mets baseball for you.
Yeah.
By the time the first pitch is thrown, the season's over, and they want to come cry to me like he ain't my problem no more. He ain't an Astro, so I can care less if he's hurt or not.
Yeah.
Y'all wanted it.
Y'all want him, and y'all got him. And aren't they paying him like $83 million?
He's one of the most overpaid pitchers I know.
Him and Max Scherzer are getting paid way too much.
I don't. Oh man.
I don't know. The Mets are a silly organization.
Oh God.
Let's see if I got. Oh yeah, let me tell you about my Seattle trip. That was kind of interesting. So I don't know if you're paying attention, but the Astros played the Mariners like earlier this month, like May 5th, and they lost the series 1-3. Mm-hmm. The first game I went was epic. There was a lot of Astros fans. A lot of them flew on my flight there. It was really cool. I got to talk to them and stuff like that, mingle with them. And I met Corey Jokes, the U of H kid.
What?
Yeah, I got a picture with him and everything. I don't know did you see it? The picture?
Yeah, I did. I saw it on your Twitter.
Yeah, I got a picture. Met him, really cool guy. And when Pena went over in the dugout, he got mobbed.
What?
And
No.
I never got a picture with him or like sign anything.
Oh man, I'd have probably like raised hell there.
Yeah,
But
but
go
go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, no, I was saying like I was bringing back up Justin Verlander. I felt like I think what it made me. I said it as a joke. I said I wish we could have did a pitcher trade. Like if the Mets wanted Justin Verlander, they should have gave us Edwin Diaz, just so I
Yeah,
can hear Narco in person.
yeah. That I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of electric here, Narcos,
Oh,
with the trumpets.
you hear it, and I hear it at LSU games, and I'm like, I know I heard this, but like it gets the crowd fired up. And then I went back, I'm like, oh, this is Edwin Diaz's like intro song.
Hey,
I
dude,
love, I
I'm gonna
love
admit
it.
sometimes on YouTube I just search up Edwin Diaz closer song, the Narcos with the trumpet. It just gets me going. I like it for some reason. I don't know.
They
I get a
they've
kick out of it.
they've been playing it throughout the Stanley Cup playoffs during intermission, and I'm like, hell yeah! Like I'm gonna eventually play it. Like I might play it at my wedding or something. Like just
But
get people fired up.
Ryan Presley's Johnny Cash, God's got to cut you down.
I don't know who had the best like. It's hard to pick like who had the best like walkout song for the Astros because a lot of had some good ones. Some have changed over the years. Like I remember like once Bregman had a Boosie song one year, and then when we still had Kyle Tucker, he had Ric Flair's theme song because they even made a bobblehead of him wearing one of Ric Flair's robes.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Even Ric Flair like threw a first pitch at one Astros game and he had a Kyle Tucker jersey on.
Yeah,
Like did some shit with him. So
but
yeah.
I remember. Oh crap! I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh, you still thinking?
Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say, bro. I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
All right, just continue on. I'll remember it.
Okay, all right. This will be my last question. How'd you get the nickname H-Town General?
Oh man, I mean, I just came up with it on the spot. It's just I love the city. I love the town. I've been living here for years. This is my city. It's everyone's city who lives here. Like if you're from someplace and you live there long enough and you love it, it's your city, man. And
I
that's something
declare
I've always believed in.
I'd rather go to Houston than New Orleans. I feel like Houston's a lot bigger and better and cleaner than New Orleans. And I've had
It is.
even before I lived there for a couple of years, I claimed it my city, and I've learned the slangs.
Yeah.
I mean the only area code I usually shout out is 713. I don't usually shoot out 281 or the other ones y'all have, but at least y'all July 13th 713 day.
Yeah.
That's y'all's holiday.
Sure.
I've always
Good to
like
go.
I'll be wearing Astros gear that day. I wish my family back at home, happy 713 day. I never really had a H-Town nickname or nothing like that. I just never made one up. I mean, I kind of would have to come up with one down the road, but it'd be hard to think of something. But I'll tell you what,
it's something I just came up with on the spot just for loving the city.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
it. H-Town General, I like it. Well, Jason, this was awesome. Thank you again for coming on. This was a blast talking Astros to you, especially somebody who was born and raised and loved that team with a passion. Before we go, man, let the listeners know where they can find you on social media.
Well, man, my Twitter is obviously H-Town General, but I believe the app is HOU Sports with a Z and Fan. That's my Twitter handle.
All righty. Of course, I'm on Twitter at MarcusLee337. You also subscribe to my YouTube channel to watch all episodes of SAT Sports anytime on demand, powered by StreamYard. SAT actually has a Twitter page. I just haven't been running it lately. I think it's at SAT Sports 89.
Yeah, I'll drop them a follow.
Be sure to check it out. But next episode, whenever I get a chance, I'm going to be talking baseball again, but I'm going to be talking LSU baseball. I'm actually bringing him on for the first time, but he'll be the first to be on back-to-back episodes. One of the guys who was watching, my co-host Jordan from Worldly Podcast, he's going to come on back-to-back. He's coming on first to talk LSU baseball, and then he also wants to come talk Astros. So
Sweet.
I might bring up some stuff I've talked to you and see what he got to say and what he loves. And hopefully one day we get him back at Minute Maid Park, but this time at an Astros game instead of like a wrestling show like he did last time.
Hey, man. Well, I appreciate you letting me on your show. It's been fun, bro.
Oh, hell yeah, it was. Thank you again. Always welcome to come back any other time. Even if you want to come talk wrestling, you can come talk on the World Elite Podcast. But for everyone tuning in, thank you for tuning in for SAT Sports. We'll see you guys next time. Y'all have a good Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, sir. Go Astros.
Go Astros.